Welcome, everyone, to Staten Field on the campus of Robert C. Byrd for this evening's broadcast of Robert C. Byrd Baseball. Today's contest is between the Cameron Dragons and our Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles. I am Basil Lucas, and as always, I'm joined by my broadcast partner, former high school coach Ryan Lance. Ryan, this evening's opponent is Cameron, who comes into tonight's contest with an 8-4 record and are playing very solid baseball in Class Single A.
Coach, the Cameron Dragons bring a total of 10 juniors and seniors into tonight's contest. So, leadership like that usually breeds consistency, and these Dragons are playing to that level this season.
On the home front, the Flying Eagles are coming in with a record of 9-7 and off a tough loss on the road last night to Class AA, number 2, Fairmont Senior. Ryan, what do you expect from our Flying Eagles this evening?
Well, as we head in the final third of the season, I'm sure coaches want to see some consistency with the pitching, some consistency at the plate, and you don't want to see moral victories, but it seems like the Flying Eagles did very well at Marion County last night, so hopefully that translates into a good game this evening here at Staten Field.
We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll talk to Robert C. Byrd manager Andrew Smith and get some insight into this evening's ball game. RCBSN Baseball.
The Flying Eagle Network.
Now back here with manager Andrew Smith. Coach, your club's coming into this evening's game following a tough loss last night, 7-5 at Fairmont Senior. Can you recap the contest for the fans?
Obviously the score says a lot. 7-5 was a hard-fought contest on both sides. They dominated the contest throughout the 6th inning, and then in the 7th we came back and we fight like we seem to do oftentimes this season. Starting pitcher, relieving pitcher did a great job last night. Rylan came up and did exactly what we expect him to do. He pounded the strike zone, probably had 70% strikes last night. Offensively, we didn't make many adjustments until late in the game, and sometimes that's too late, but at the end of the day, still proud of our guys for fighting.
Coach, tonight you're going to start Ashton Schaefer, who's been a solid pitcher, even though he's a freshman. So far this season, Coach, what can fans expect to see from him this evening?
He is a stud athlete. That's one thing about Schaefer. He's been thrown into the fire a few times this season. That's one thing that the coaches and I have been talking about. Hopefully tonight's a clean slate for him. The situations that he has come into the game this year on the mound, he's done a fantastic job getting out of jams, but we wanted to see what he was capable of doing if he was given a fair shot. So hopefully with the start tonight, we get a little bit better meter of where he's at.
Coach, what are your keys for a Flying Eagle victory tonight over Cameron?
Energy in the dugout, number one. We're going to have to stay composed. Sometimes we have a tendency to get outside of our own abilities and get outside of ourselves. So if we stay inside of our ability and do what we can do and control what we can control, that's the recipe right there.
Coach Smith, thanks for taking some time with us before today's game, and good luck. RCBSN Baseball, the Flying Eagle Network.
Thanks, Coach.
Back at Staten Field, the Flying Eagles taking on the Cameron Dragons. And here's today's Robert C. Byrd starting lineup. Batting first and playing shortstops, number 12, Braden Thomason. Batting second and playing center field, number 2, Bryce Bird. Batting third and playing first base, number 5, Ryland Rock. Batting in the cleanup spot is the third baseman, number 23, Nick George. Batting fifth and playing right field, number 15, Xavier Carvelli. Batting sixth is the designated hitter, number 3, Anthony Corsini. Batting seventh and playing left field, number 6, D. Orr Cooper. Batting eighth and catching, number 7, Severio Destito. And batting ninth and pitching, number 8, Ashton Schaefer. Now let us talk about today's game. Coach Lance, what are the keys for a Robert C. Byrd victory?
I think the first thing is freshman Ashton Schaefer. He needs to really just pound the strike zone. I know this is a different role for him. We usually see him in relief, so he's starting the day off with a clean slate. He needs to get ahead early and often on his at bat. Second thing is the Flying Eagles need to be disciplined at the plate. Don't swing at bad pitches. Don't be afraid to take a walk. Get on base. That's where their athleticism can shine. And the third thing is they need to have some timely hitting, especially when their big sticks are up with men on base. You have to use those opportunities as a way to drive these runs in and maybe put pressure on the Dragons early.
So when we come back, we'll listen to the lineups with the public address announcer, Tom Steele, and the national anthem in Robert C. Byrd Baseball, RCBSN Baseball.
Flying Eagle Network.
All right, folks, welcome to Staten Field for tonight's Dragons and the homestanding Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles. We'll do tonight's starting lineups. First for the visitors. Leading off, number 3, the shortstop, Adam Angel IV. Batting second, the second baseman, number 4, Cole Burkett. Batting third, number 7, the third baseman, Lance Hartley. The cleanup hitter and pitching tonight, number 23, Coy Angel. Batting in the 5 spot and catching, number 8, Kason Angel. Batting number 6, the center fielder, number 10, Shane Ball. Batting 7th, the first baseman, number 2, Mason DeBolt. The designated hitter this evening, number 5, Hunter Evans. And playing left field, batting 9th, number 19, Wes Starcher. The right fielder and not hitting starting the game is number 1, Cade Norris. The Dragons are coached by Adam Angel. Now let's introduce the homestanding Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles. Leading off, the shortstop, number 12, Braden Thomason. Batting in the 2 spot, number 2, your center fielder, Bryce Bird. Batting third, the first baseman, number 5, Rylan Rock. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, number 23, Nicholas George. Playing right field, batting fifth, number 15, Xavier Carvelli. Batting sixth, the DH, number 3, Anthony Corsini. Batting seventh, number 6, the left fielder, Dior Cooper. Batting eighth and catching tonight, number 7, Severio Destito. And on the hill, batting ninth, number 8, Ashton Schaefer. The second baseman for the Flying Eagles, number 14, Chandler Walls. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, back here at Staten Field, the Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles taking on the Cameron Dragons. Beautiful day here at Staten Field, 62 degrees. Pretty stiff breeze going out to left center field, all Wrigley Field, Coach.
Yeah, right, blowing right through Nick George Alley there in left center. So we'll see if that comes into play this evening. This afternoon. I never know where we're at this time of the day, Coach.
Well, Severio Destito throws the ball on down to second base, and we're ready to start the game.
A couple freshmen on the mound and behind the plate for the Flying Eagles today, so opportunity for these younger guys to get some valuable experience.
Leading off for Cameron is number 3, the shortstop, Adam Angel. And Ashton's first pitch is high and inside for ball 1.
Just getting that over with and out of the way.
Counts 1-0. Here's the windup and the pitch. Fastballs hooked into left field going down the line. Dior Cooper picks it up, and he'll hit the cutoff man, Braden Thomason, as Adam Angel goes into second base with a leadoff double for the Dragons.
Yeah, he swung that bat nice on that pitch. Looked like he was sitting fastball, and he jumped all over it and sent it right down the left field line.
That's going to bring up the second baseman, Cole Burkett, number 4. Dragons have a runner in scoring position. Schaefer gets the sign from DeStito, and here's the pitch. That curveball's in for strike 1. And that's what I've liked about Ashton Schaefer all year long. When he's been in games, he's a kid that can come in and throw a fastball or an off-speed pitch for a strike at any given time.
Well, if the top of the order swings the bat like Angel did that first at bat, he's going to have to use his off-speed pitch to kind of keep them off balance and screw up their timing.
So Burkett tries a bunt down the third base line, goes foul. And Schaefer ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes.
While he was in his windup, Angel broke with Schaefer looking at him. So far, the Dragons are being very, very aggressive on the base pass.
Thomason takes a couple steps in behind Adam Angel. He's going to go back. Now Walls creeps over to the second base bag. Schaefer will step off. Angel looks aggressive. And the 0-2 pitch is hit to the third baseman, Nick George. George on to first. And Rock has ran over. And that's going to allow Angel to cross home plate. But Ryland Rock took one heck of a shot there at first base.
Yeah, he's still down. And, of course, until someone gathers the ball and they can call time, the play's still alive. Officials sort of having a discussion. I couldn't really see where Ryland was. It matters where he was on the bag, and the officials determined that if he was on the bag like that, then the runner has the right to go through the bag. Okay, if he's up the baseline or inside, and the base runner gets him, that's a different discussion. So.
Well, it's a good thing as Ryland's up walking around. He's trying to shake it off. So he took a hard shot from Burkett.
And, I'm sure his eyes were on the ball. So it was really probably a blindside hit, and looks like got him right in the ribs.
Everybody safe, run scores? Yep, gotcha. All right, batter is safe on the play, advances to second, and the runner scores. Brings up third baseman number 7, Lance Hartley.
So Adam Angel scores the first run of the game, puts Cameron Dragons up 1-0. Burkett on the collision on the base hit is able to advance to second base on the error. So I do believe they'll call that a hit and an advance on an error.
Yeah, I would believe that would be a correct call.
Schaefer behind the number 3 batter. The third baseman, Lance Hartley. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner on second. The American flag waving out in center field. Burkett takes off to steal third.
Dragons are just getting a jump on the pitch. So if you're the Flying Eagle, if you're a pitcher this evening for the Flying Eagles, you need to change, go from a high step, slide step, change your pacing, step off the mound.
And on cue, they try a pickoff, and the throw goes into center field. Bryce Bird scampers over to pick it up and gets it into Braden Thomason, but not before Burkett's able to advance to third base.
Well, one of the advantages of being aggressive on the base pass is that you force the team to try to make a play, and there's a lot of things that can go wrong. And as you saw right there, ball just scoots away, and the runner was able to advance to third.
Curveball's popped up high in the air. Nobody makes the call, and the ball bounces to George. So miscommunication by the Flying Eagles infielders, and that's going to allow Hartley to advance to first base on an error. So now runners at first and third with the cleanup hitter, the pitcher, Coy Angel.
Anxious to see what the Dragons have in play here with runners at first and third. RCB catcher, Severio Destito, communicating the play to the infield and how they're going to provide the coverage on this.
So runners at first and third. Angel's going to square. They're going to steal. They let the play go through.
Yeah, he steals. I thought he was in there. Just barely beat it.
So Coach Smith didn't think so. He'd like to go and have a little discussion with the second base umpire. Really, that's a situation. If the runner just slides fundamentally like you're supposed to, Coach, that's not even an issue.
I totally agree. And I think this is Coach Smith calling timeout to go speak to the official to get an explanation. Also showing his guys that, hey, I got your back. I'm going to talk about this and see if I can get an explanation on it. He's not going to get the one he wants, but.
So now the Dragons have runners on second and third, nobody out. Coy Angel fouls the pitch off.
I wouldn't throw him a fastball. He's getting another off-speed pitch.
1-1's the count on Angel. Curveball. Just high for ball two.
Great pitch.
Flying Eagles needed that call right there, Coach.
I think Angel's sitting fastball right here.
2-1's the count. Runners on second, third. Fastball's up high for ball three. First base open, number 4 hitter.
Not the worst thing in the world.
We'll see what happens, what the Flying Eagles decide to do here with Coy Angel up to bat. Fastball on the outside corner's fouled away, and that'll run the count full. You know, when I think of the name Coy, I think of Coy and Vance back in the day with the Dukes of Hazzard when, Luke and Duke had a little issue with their contract.
Yeah.
The Cousins came in. And that pitch is low for ball 4, and that'll load up the bases.
Well, I like the idea there from Ashton, throwing that pitch and
awful close. It was an awful close pitch and just missed.
It was. And Ashton, he's frustrated. He just has to be careful not to show the officials that and get back up there and face the next batter. Looks like we have.
So Ike Yoho is going to come in as a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Coy Angel. That's going to bring up the catcher, number 8, Kason Angel. Fastball Foul down the third base line. Hits the dugout for strike one. No outs here at the top of the first, Staten Field. Cameron leading Robert C. Byrd 1-0. Flying Eagles pull the first and third baseman up on the grass. They're playing a double play depth at short and second. And curveball's in the dirt, and Severio DeStito does a great job of keeping that ball in front of him, Coach.
Yeah, that's encouraging. See your freshman catcher move his frame like that and block an outside pitch.
So that saved a run right there. That'll run the count 1-1. Fastball's hit down the right field line, and it's foul for strike two.
Foul ball.
Yeah, Schaefer went inside with the fastball, kind of sawed him off a little bit, and Angel fought it off and thought he could shoot it into that no man's land in short right field. Just missed. Nice pitch by Ashton. I would imagine a outside curveball might be in order here since he just went inside with a fastball.
So count 1 ball, 2 strikes on Case and Angel, and that curveball does go on the outside part of the plate. And that's going to even the count 2-2. Is a really good waste pitch there up heading the count. And again, DeStito does a great job of blocking the pitch in the dirt. And that's where you want it. You want it in the dirt, so it's almost unhittable, and that definitely would have been unhittable.
Yeah.
So 2-2 is the count. Schaefer gets a sign for DeStito, and here's the pitch. And the slider's outside for ball 3.
Came back with it. A little higher, still on the outside. So you got to think Angel's thinking fastball right here. Schaefer hasn't been able to get the strike call on his last 3 off-speed pitches. So
Burkett's on third. Hartley's on second. Angel's on first. The ball's hit high in the air to left field. In comes Dior Cooper. He's going to make the catch and throw in, and it's going to get cut off by Nick George, but not before Cole Burkett advances for the second run for the Cameron Dragons.
yeah, but that was a smart play by the Flying Eagles in the fact that they held the runner to second. So still in scoring position, but it also takes the pressure off of Schaefer in terms of not worried about the wild pitch and things like that. See how active the Dragons are here.
It's going to bring up the center fielder, Shane Ball, and the fastball's hit immediately up
Double.
the middle to Thomason. Thomason on the rock for the out. And the manager, Adam Angel.
I think he pulled him off the bag a little bit. Is that what they're talking about?
Well, the discussion is pretty simple. The mechanics are simple as well. What's going on is the infield umpire's in the middle of the field, Coach, and the home plate umpire can see the first base, for the most part, a lot better
The foot
of the first baseman if it's on the bag or not on the bag. So what the manager, Adam Angel, came down and was asking the home plate umpire was Rock on the bag at first base. I thought he was, and I thought it was too close to overturn this, but they are having a discussion.
That's exactly what they called.
Runners ruled safe at first base.
So that was the call that was made, and that'll allow Ball to advance on the air.
So Coach Smith is arguing just what you said with his point of view. If Rock was pulled off, it would have been up the right field line, which Coach Smith is arguing he wouldn't be able to tell that. He would only be able to tell if he was pulled off towards the infield.
Well, I thought it was too close to overturn, but that's a call that he made.
But I don't think I think that's initially what they called, wasn't it? Him safe?
Well, they called him out.
I missed that.
They called him out.
I just saw him standing on the base from the get-go, so I assumed that he was safe from the beginning.
No, he called him out on the play, and then
brings up the first baseman, Mason DeBolt.
the ball's hit hard.
Batter should be out. No, he wasn't there. Sorry, I'm talking from here. The runner, to me, didn't look like he was out of bounds. He ended up there after he got hit. He jumped backwards.
Yeah.
After he got hit. But, so now Coach Angel is kind of arguing that, but he's not going to get
the benefit of the doubt there.
No, he's not going to get a resolution that he wants.
So that out is called out on
the runner on third. Ruled an out. That's the second out of the inning.
So it'll be the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up the DH, Hunter Evans, number 5. Bases are still loaded.
5 to the plate, the designated hitter.
And Evans is the DH, and there's the pitch from Schaefer, the curveball right down the middle. Number 7 hit.
What a tough play for the Dragons, because if that ball doesn't hit him, it's probably a double. The way it's going down the line like that.
Absolutely.
So I think Coach Smith is arguing the runners advancing, and Coach Angel wants to be in on this discussion.
Well, when the player was called out, that's a dead ball at that point in time. Everything should have been dead at that point in time, and the runner should have went back to their bases.
But they could. Well, man, boy, I tell you, we've not seen several doozies this half inning.
The dead ball automatic out.
Going back to it, it was a nice pitch, first pitch by Schaefer there.
0-1's the count, and a curveball in for strike 2. So Schaefer ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. On Hunter Evans, bases loaded. The Dragons ahead of the Flying Eagles, 2-0.
I'd come back with that pitch if I'm Schaefer.
And
he's got it covered.
And there's 2 outs, so the runner will be allowed to advance with 2 outs. As the ball gets
advance with 2 outs, runner scores.
And Hunter Evans will advance to first base on the strikeout.
Brings up the left fielder, Wes Starcher.
Counts as a strikeout, but not an out.
And Starcher's hit by a pitch.
Starcher's hit by a pitch. Another runner scores.
And that'll allow another another Dragon to score, and that'll put Cameron up 4-0. And Coach Smith's going to call timeout and have a brief meeting with his team. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back. RCBSN Baseball.
The Flying Eagle Network.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student.
Back here at Staten Field, we're back at the top of the lineup. Adam Angel up, and he hit a hard foul ball and then hit a double his first time up, Coach.
I was impressed with his first hit. He looked in control and knew what he was looking for. And if Schaefer does show him a fastball, he just has to be careful because Angel jumped all over his first at bat.
Flying Eagles will get the bullpen up, get a little bit of action moving here. Fastball hopping inside for ball 3. So the leadoff hitter for Cameron, Adam Angels, 3 balls, no strikes. Fastball's popped up in the air. Here comes Xavier Carvelli from right field. He'll make the catch for the third out, but not before. Cameron scores 4 runs on 2 hits, 4 errors, 3 men left on base at the end of the first half inning. Cameron 4, the Flying Eagles coming to bat. RCBSN Baseball.
The Flying Eagle Network.
Harrison County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Back at Staten Field, Flying Eagles coming to bat. Bottom half of the first inning, they're trailing 4-0. As Cameron came out hot the first half of the inning and put 4 runs on the board. And they get ahead.
With Braden Thomason, number 12, the shortstop.
So leading off for the Flying Eagles is the shortstop, Braden Thomason, and that first pitch inside corner for a strike. And we were watching Coy Angel warm up, Coach. He's got a variety of pitches.
He does, and he works fast. I mean, is there a pitch clock out there?
Well, if he stays at this pace, this game will be over in 1 hour and 7 minutes. Curveballs hit to the first base side.
No, they got a good play.
It's a nice play as the Bolt is able to pick up get the high hopper, and Coy Angel covers first like he's supposed to, and they get the out.
I thought
3-1.
Well, I thought with Braden's speed, it might speed him up a little bit, force him into a mistake. But they did a great job. Did a great job with the coverage. So that's, if you're scoring that at home, that's 3-1.
It's going to bring up the center fielder, Bryce Bird. Coy Angel gets the sign from his brother, and it's off speed pitch low and away for ball one. Fastball right on the outside corner. That'll even count on Bird, 1-1. And I'm a fan of the way that Coy holds his mitt. It's a la Roger Clemens.
Yeah.
You know, the motion's the same. It does a good job of hiding the ball, pitching that way, and you don't know what's coming. He throws a fastball right down the middle for strike three. He's going to catch Bryce Bird looking for out number two. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Rylan Rock.
I mean, Angels pounding the strike zone this bottom of the first.
Speed pitch hit low and away inside for ball one on Rock. That fastball's outside for ball two. Good location, just a bit outside. So Rock's way ahead in the count, 2-0. And fastball at the knees on the outside corner for strike one.
I mean, so far, Angels really likes that location, kind of that lower outside fastball, and he's been.
That pitch is ball three. So Rylan making Angel work this at bat, and that pitch is on the outside corner for strike two. But
I think Cameron thought that was third strike, third out.
yeah, Kaysen got excited and
Sent it around the horn a little bit.
here comes the payoff pitch. Hit right back up the middle for a clean
Job
base
by
hit.
Rylan.
As Rylan Rock gets the first hit for the Flying Eagles, and that's going to bring up Nick George, the third baseman.
Nice clean hit, brings Nick up. Keeps the inning going.
Number 23, Nick George.
I mean, one swing of the bat, Nick's capable of cutting this lead in half.
Especially the way that American flag's gently moving. Okay, that's exaggeration. It's really flying
It's going.
from left center. Fastball outside for ball one.
An Angel has some velocity, so it's not like Nick's going to have to go overboard generating any. He just makes good, solid contact. That ball's going to take off.
So 1-0 is the count. Rock on first base. Fastball's low for ball two.
But it would appear that Angel's being careful with Nick here.
Going to be it looks like he's going to be cautious with Nick George. With Carvelli on deck. And that's a strike. That I think on most guys is a strike, Coach. Just, Nick's a big guy, and that ball's just a hair low on him.
Yeah. But, he's been getting that call Angel has so far this evening, but I think you're right.
And Nick just misses that pitch as it's fired straight back here to the screen.
He got challenged, just missed it.
If he hit that one, it might have went for a while. 2-2's the count. Rock on first. Curveball. And Rock is called out at second base. As the Flying Eagles try a little run. So the Flying Eagles get no runs on one hit, nobody left on base. At the end of one inning, Cameron 4, Robert C. Bird nothing. RCBSN Baseball.
The Flying Eagle Network.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Back at Staten Field, top of the second inning, the Cameron Dragons ahead of the Flying Eagles from Robert C. Byrd, 4-0 on a breezy day. Sun shining all over Robert C. Byrd's campus. Wrigley Field-esque wind. That's going to bring up the second baseman, number 4, Cole Burkett. Schaefer throws a curveball in for strike one.
Schaefer can get this first out here. Just set the pace for the inning for him as he goes through the meat of this lineup.
Gets a sign from Destito, and that off-speed pitch is fouled for strike two.
Two strikes, two off-speed pitches. That was actually a little bit more of a slider, I think. He goes, good pitch.
Schaefer goes up and away. Ahead in the count with 1-2. Changes the outside of the batter.
Does. Change the speed, see if you can get him chasing it. I doubt he was going to catch up to that.
Schaefer still ahead in the count 1-2. He's going to get the signal from Destito. And here's the pitch. And curveball's hit to the shortstop, Braden Thomason. Thomason picks it up on a hop over to Ruck, but the throw is wide. And Burkett will advance on the error.
Burkett safe at first. Brings up the third baseman, number 7, Lance.
And that is the coach, that's the 5th error for the Flying Eagles already today.
Yeah, it's they've shot themselves in the foot today so far.
Burkett on first, nobody out. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Lance Hartley.
For Schaefer, you're just trying to put that stuff out of your mind, focus on the batter, get ahead in the count.
Fastball, swing and a miss for strike one.
I think Nick has spotted something with the runner at first coming in from third, so he was going to share that with Ashton on the mound.
And that's leadership. That's what seniors are supposed to do. Oh, and what a throw by Destito as he throws a strike to second base. And Burkett gets thrown out for the first out of the inning.
I don't know if what Nick told him helped him, but Burkett didn't get a great jump on that, and Destito made him pay.
Schaefer ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes on Hartley. Nobody on now. And there's a curveball, and it's hit hard into left field over the head of Dior Cooper. Ball bounces off the Thrasher sign in left field. Cooper picks it up and throws it over, and it's cut off by Thomason. Thomason throws it into Walls.
Well, that was a nice piece of hitting by Hartley. I think Schaefer left that curveball a little bit up in the zone and kind of had it belt level for him. He just moves that a little bit. He'll be fine. It's things you learn as you go.
And that's going to bring up number 23, Coy Angel. Coy got in the box with Willie Stargell style rotation, and then takes a fastball.
It's the second time, right?
On the back of the thigh.
I think he was hit in the first inning.
Courtesy runner for the pitcher, Ike Yoho.
So the Dragons are going to replace Coy Angel since he's pitching with Ike Yoho, number 11.
Brings up the catcher, Kason Angel.
So the cleanup hitter, actually the number 5 hitter, Kason Angel, the catcher, is up at bat, 2 on, 1 out.
Kason flew out to left.
And curveball's in there for strike 1.
Nice pitch by Schaefer. Started him off with an off-speed pitch on the inside part of the plate this time. And he goes outside.
Off-speed pitch right on the outside corner for strike 2. So, again, Schaefer way ahead in the count. And he's done a good job this inning throwing strikes, Coach. He really has.
He has, and, you know, you just got to control what you can control if you're Schaefer out there. Looks like the Flying Eagle coverage is going over to the right side.
And
beautiful.
Curveball freezes Kason Angel and catches him looking for strike 3 in the second out of the inning. It was big for the Flying Eagles, Coach.
Great job by Schaefer battling back here.
So runners on first and second, 2 outs. It's going to bring up the center fielder, Shane Ball. He scored in the first inning. And that curveball on the inside corner for strike 1.
Cameron batters are having a tough time picking that up. And really, Hartley's the only one that was able to do anything with it when Schaefer lifted up a little bit. But he's done a great job these last couple batters.
Pitch is blown away. That'll even the count at 1-1.
But if you notice, Ball did want to take a swing at it. You know it was outside. So they're on their heels. Schaefer has them unsure about what's coming next.
DeCito gives a sign. Here's the pitch. And that's a fastball high and inside, swing and a miss. And now Ball doesn't know what's going to come.
And that's curveball on the outside. He almost swings at it, come back in with inside with a fastball. You know, his head's spinning right now.
Here comes the pitch. Fastball right down the middle, catches Ball. Looking, and that'll end the inning. There's no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on base at the end of 1.5 innings. Cameron 4, the Flying Eagles, nothing. RCBSN Baseball.
The Flying Eagle Network.
Harrison County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Back here at Staten Field, Coach was having a little equipment problems there. I thought I was going to have to hold the headset. And
Thought we were going to have to get someone out of the stands to help you put that headset on.
it somehow got contorted. First pitch low and away for a ball. Second pitch, and Nick smashes it into left field for a clean single.
He decided to challenge him with a fastball, and boy, Nick was on it.
A solid single to left field. He's safe at first.
The Flying Eagles get the first runner on here at the bottom of the second inning. That's going to bring up the right fielder, number 15, Xavier Carvelli. And there's been a lot of lineup changes today, so, Flying Eagles are trying to mix and match to try to get this offense rolling. So Carvelli in the number 5 spot, runner on, and he turns around and pulls the bat back as he shows bunt, but pulls it back, and the pitch is inside for ball 1.
Since runner on first, the Dragons have their third baseman in against the lefty.
And swing and a miss by Carvelli, and
I wouldn't be surprised.
Case and Angel fires it down to DeBolt, trying to catch Nick sleeping. But
I wouldn't be surprised if Carvelli attempts a bunt right here on the second strike.
So 1-1's a count, and that pitch is low and away. He's ahead. The count now 2-1. That pitch is up and in. And, we talk about it all the time, Coach. Sometimes, a guy's really comfortable working in the full windup. And now, he went through that first inning pretty easily. But now he's in the stretch, and 4 out of his last 5 pitches have been balls.
That's a great call on that, Coach. And, excuse me, it matters. It matters to pitchers. And now I think Angel will adjust being in the stretch. But hopefully the Flying Eagles can do some damage until he does.
The Flying Eagles hit the first 2 runners on. We got a little mini rally started here at the top of the second. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Anthony Corsini.
And I think the sacrifice is still in play with Corsini up.
Corsini calls timeout, and the umpire grants it.
I think Angel wanted to see what if Corsini was going to square early. That's why he waited a little bit.
And that pitch is low and away for ball 1.
So now throwing the consecutive balls like this, like Angel has, Coach Smith might tell Corsini just to hold back and just take till he gets a strike.
So 1-0 and
or take a.
Corsini gets a sacrifice down to the first baseman, and DeBolt's able to tag Corsini out, but not before that Carvelli and George advance to second and third.
I mean, that's a great job by Corsini. You've got 2 runners in scoring position now.
So we got Dior Cooper, who's switch hit during the season, but he's going to come up and bat right-handed this time.
But what this does, Angel has to be careful on a pass ball because Nick will get a jump and he'll score on a pass ball or a wild pitch. Wind is whipping here at Staten Field.
Fastball to Cooper on the outside corner for strike 1. Critical at bat for the Flying Eagles with runners in scoring position down 4-0. That pitch is low and away, and that'll even the count on Cooper 1-1.
Dragons have their first baseman in a little bit, just barely nipping the grass. And this wind is putting some dust in the players' eyes. So timeout's called.
Looks like Case and Angel had catcher. 1-1's the count. And curveball on the outside corner for strike 2.
Haven't really seen Angel get that curveball that high. He usually keeps it a little lower.
Looks like he's going to go up high with the pitch, and the pitch is in the dirt. Case and Angel does a good job picking that ball as he
saved a run.
That'll even the count on Cooper, 2-2.
My guess is Angel might be hesitant to throw that curveball too far outside.
And that pitch is up and in. And that's going to run the count full with first base open.
Because if he throws it too far outside, again, it runs the risk of that ball just kicking out and Nick scoring pretty easily. And
here's a payoff pitch. And that pitch is low and away, and here comes George. There's going to be a play at the plate, and George steps across home plate for the first run for the Flying Eagles as they cut this Dragon lead to 4-1.
And that's what it's going to take this evening. I mean, chances are it's just not going to be guys hitting doubles in the gaps all night. They're going to have to get on here, take their walks when they come. They're going to have to advance when they're given the opportunities.
And that's going to bring up the catcher, Severio DeStito.
Angel having a talk with his coach. A word of encouragement. Runners at first and third. The Dragons hollering out their play call for the infield. Heads up play.
As Cooper just takes second base. And now 2 runners are in scoring position with DeStito at the plate. That pitch is low and away for ball 1. I'm a little bit shocked that Coy hasn't went back to the full windup with runners at second and third this time.
I am too, Coach. That's a good point.
DeStito laid on that fastball and hits it into the net up the first base line. That'll even count 1-1.
Again, though, with runners on second and third, he has to be a little careful with his off-speed pitches. You don't want to just give him runs. So,
curveball on the outside, called strike 2.
I think that was just a case of Angel doing a really good job framing that pitch. Looked a little outside, but again, good job.
1-2's the count. 2 runners on, 1 out for the Flying Eagles. Fastball outside for ball 2.
Nice eye by Severio. That was a fastball, so he's been kind of going fastball off speed back and forth.
And that curveball catches Severio looking for out number 2.
Called strike 3. That's the second out of the inning. Brings up number 8.
It's going to bring up the pitcher, Ashton Schaefer. He's going to have an opportunity to help himself out. Flying Eagles have scored 1 run, but they have 2 runners in scoring position. Coy Angel with a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1 on Schaefer.
Dragons are deep at the corners.
And Schaefer fouls off the second pitch up the first base line. Angel ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes.
I would imagine Angel's going to come here with a curveball after that inside fastball. See if Schaefer can handle it and fight it off.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Coy Angel. Swing and a miss in the dirt. And Casey makes the tag on Schaefer, and that'll be the 3rd out, but not before the Flying Eagles score 1 run on 1 hit. They leave 2 on base at the end of 2 complete innings.
Leave
Cameron 4, Robert C. Byrd 1. RCBSN Baseball.
The Flying Eagle Network.
Harrison County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Back at Staten Field, top of the third inning. Flying Eagles trailing the Cameron Dragons 4-1. And leading off for Camerons. Number 2, the first baseman, Mason DeBolt. Schaefer gets a sign from DeCito, and here's the pitch. It's blown away for ball 1.
Starts him off with a slider outside. No runners on, so not that big of a deal with the wild pitch.
Fastball. In there for strike 1. That'll even the count on DeBolt 1-1.
Good job by Schaefer coming back and getting that fastball on the outside.
Fastball's outside for ball 2.
Wind whipped up right there during the pitch and started blowing dust everywhere. Has to be tough on the players.
Stito with the sign. Schaefer with the pitch. Curveball's in the dirt. That'll run the count 3-1.
But the Bolt's not going to chase things, so Schaefer's going to have to challenge him or get that off-speed pitch up.
And then fastball on the outside corner. Big swing by the Bolt. Ball's already into Stito's mitt when he was swinging, Coach.
Yeah, but, you know, he's been trying to hold off on the off-speed pitch, it looks like. So looks like the fastball caught him off guard a little bit. Hopefully Schaefer comes back with it.
Here comes the full count pitch. Curveball in there. Catches him looking for strike 3.
Strike 3 called for the first out of the inning.
And that's a confident pitch there, 3-2, Coach.
I'm going to tell you what, and when he's getting those off-speed pitches called for strikes, he is fooling the Dragon batters. I mean, they're turning their heads and buckling. It must have some bite to it.
That's going to bring up the DH, Hunter Evans. He struck out his first time, but advanced to first base on a pitch that got by, and he was able to make it on the air to first base. Swing and a miss, strike two.
And I'll be honest with you, that swing, he looked a little overmatched by Schaefer's fastball. So no runners on. He's seen two fastballs here. Wouldn't shock me to see the slider.
And it's dribbled ahead.
That's going to be a problem.
Severio picks it up.
Nice
throws
play.
a strike to first base to Ryland Rock. And that out will be 2-3 if you're scoring at home. Nice play by Severio DeStito, as there was a little miscommunication initially between Schaefer and DeStito, but DeStito realized that Schaefer wasn't going to get it, got down, picked it up, and threw a strike to Ryland Rock for out number two.
You know, and if the catcher can get there, it's probably his play because his momentum's bringing him out there. So that was a great job taking charge of that situation by Severio.
That's going to bring up the left fielder, Wes Starcher, who's hit by a pitch his first time at bat. Took the first pitch for a strike from Schaefer. There's the windup in the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike two.
You know, this is what this bottom part of the lineup, if you're Ashton, this is exactly what you have to do and not put these batters on or not let them get free passes for their meat of the order. So he's doing a great job this half inning.
Curveball up high. There's a count on Starcher 1-2.
Ashton kind of dropped his delivery there a little bit. I think when he wants to come inside some, he drops it, the release point a little bit.
The wind up and the pitch. Oh, and he just misses on the outside corner for ball two. Now even the count on Starcher 2-2. The Flying Eagles were halfway off the field there, Coach.
It was a good pitch.
And curveball, swing and a miss for the third out as Cameron goes quietly in the top half of the third inning. No runs on no hits, nobody left on base. And at the end of 2.5, Cameron 4, Robert C. Byrd 1. RCBSN Baseball.
The Flying Eagle Network.
Harrison County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Starting off the
Bottom of the third inning, that's going to be the shortstop, Braden Thomason.
12, Braden Thomason.
Pitched by Coy Angels in the dirt for ball one. Fastball inside, ball two. Pitch is just on the outside corner.
Just nipped it. Really be nice to get Braden on here.
2-1's the count, and that pitch is outside for ball 3.
Get Braden on with no outs. It just opens up so many things you can do.
3-1's a pitch. It's outside, and Thomason works a walk.
Leadoff walk for Braden Thomason.
And he's a guy that can get the wheels going round and round for the Flying Eagles.
Brings up the center field.
That's going to bring up Bryce Bird.
Well, it puts pressure on the pitcher having Braden on the bases. So now he's not focused 100% on the batter. He's worrying about Braden getting a jump. That is a balk. You have to come to a complete stop if you're a pitcher, and Angel didn't, again, because Braden's on first, and
so the Flying Eagle dugout gets a little restless. I hear some animation going there in the dugout, and fastball makes it count 1-1.
they sense an opportunity here.
It's Kaysen. Goes to second base trying to sneak behind Thomason, but Thomason was in there safe. And Bird said it's long enough. I got to step out of the box, and he called timeout and was granted by the official.
Well, the Dragons didn't cover second, so Braden's lead was huge at second.
It's a big gap between the shortstop and the second baseman as the second baseman. And Thomason gets caught in a rundown, and he slides under the tag, safe.
Dragons want to appeal that to the plate official.
Now, the mechanics there were a little bit different. I've always thought, if you're that inside official making that call, and that is his call. It's him. It's the in a situation with just one out, that's his call. But I always thought if you came in towards the mound to create the angles that you could see, and a young official out there on the base pads is making that call from directly almost behind the pitcher, which the angle's different at that point in time. And
yeah, but it's well. Let's see here.
So Thomason able to steal third base. 1-2's a count on Bird. And Bird stays alive as he takes that curveball and smacks it out of play to stay alive.
But unless a call is obvious, there's almost no chance of ump's going to come out from behind the plate and overrule a guy.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's why nothing happened in that situation. Swing and a miss on Bird. And he'll strike out for the first out.
First out of the inning.
And that's going to bring up Rylan Rock.
Brings up the first baseman, number 5.
Now Coach Angel wants to bring his guys in and discuss some strategy. Rylan had a clean, the Flying Eagles' first clean hit of the night, his first at bat right up the middle.
Which is critical because, Flying Eagles have an opportunity to cut the lead to 4-2. And, with Nick George on deck,
and that's,
the rally could get started.
Well, and that's what's in everybody's mind right there. Yeah. Nick being on deck, you don't want to do something that if you're the Flying Eagles, you want to try to get Rylan on for Nick.
Yeah, that timeout wasn't called by Coach Angel to find out where they're eating after the game.
It was not. It was, there are a lot of options around here, so I don't know. Maybe it was. Chick-fil-A doesn't close till when?
Rock hits a grounder up the third base line. And Coy Angel taps it while it's in foul territory. That ball had a chance to spin to come back into fair territory.
And even though it was a foul ball, Angel just took off after it to try to hit it because, like you said, if that ball comes back in before it crosses the base, it's fair ball. Never know when that squirrel or whatever varmint's in the third base line is going to pop up and knock that ball back in.
0-1's a count on Rock. Runner on third base. The squeeze is on, and the ball is bunted into the – fouled off the toe of Ryland Rock, and that'll take the count. No balls, 2 strikes. The Flying Eagles try to steal a run right there, Coach.
Yeah, the Dragons were back on the corner, so it would have been an opportunity.
Fastball's outside for ball 1.
Now Ryland's just going to have to battle back here and get back into this count.
First baseman is up on the grass for Cameron. Makes it to Bolt.
Great job.
Oh, and Rock hits the ball to the right fielder. The right fielder, Cade Norris, goes to the ground, makes the play, but not before Braden Thomas is able to run from third base and score the second run. That'll cut the Cameron lead to 4-2.
Well, it was a curveball, and I thought it was going to buckle him a little bit. Man, he hung in there, kept his hands back, and just put it into play deep enough for Braden to score. So great piece of hitting by Ryland, helping his team out.
That's going to bring up Nick George, and one swing of the bat, and Nick can make this a 1-run game.
Well, last at bat, they threw him a fastball, and he made him pay. This time they started him off with a curveball, a little bit over the plate, buckled him a little bit.
Counts 1-1 on Nick George.
And I'll be surprised if he sees another fastball that is hittable in this at bat.
And George just misses that curveball.
He knew he just missed it, too. That ball hangs up another couple inches. It's banging off the scoreboard.
1-2's a count. Coy Angel ahead. Fastball alone in dirt. Going to count 2-2 on George.
Angel tried to put a little bit extra on that one, overthrew it some.
And that's what tends to happen in balls. You know, they were looking for a pitch up and away and hang on to it, trying to. And Nick George just turns on that ball as it flies out next to the Thrasher sign in Nick George Alley as he runs into second base for a double.
That was a fastball, looked to me, right?
Yeah.
I can't believe they came back inside with another fastball to Nick.
And it's just an effortless swing as he just hammers it over the left fielder's head for a one-hop double.
We've just seen time and time again, Nick just makes pitchers pay for their mistakes. Great job there.
So Xavier Carvelli with a runner on second base. They can cut into the lead with another run here in the – and the ball gets away. And that's a critical mistake I think that Coy made right there as he was worried about George advancing and throws the ball into center field, and that error allows George to get to third. Now a pass ball can cut the lead to 1 run.
Absolutely, and you have Xavier up, who's a lefty, the only lefty in the lineup, so it changes things for Angel. So, again,
that fastball is up and away to Carvelli. Had to count 1-0. And not only is he facing a pitcher from the stretch, but he's facing a left-hander as well, which is a different look for Coy as well.
Absolutely. He wants to work, Angel wants to work fast here.
So 1-1's a count against the sign from Case. That pitch is on the inside corner for strike 2. So Carvelli ahead Carvelli behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Corsini on the on-deck circle. Flying Eagles looking to keep this rally going as they've cut the lead in half, 4-2.
I was just getting ready to say, if I'm the Flying Eagles, I try to control this pace a little bit better. Start calling some timeouts, slow Angel down. Good job by Carvelli right there.
1-2's the count. Fastball, swing and a miss. Strike 3, but not before the Flying Eagles score 1 run on 1 hit. 1 runner left on base at the end of 3 full innings. Cameron 4.
1 runner left on base after 3 full.
RCB 2.
4. The Flying Eagles.
RCBSN Baseball.
The Flying Eagle Network.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
The shortstop, Adam Angel.
So top of the fourth inning, Flying Eagles trail Cameron 4-2, but able to get back in the game as they were able to score a run and cut the lead in half. And let's see if the Flying Eagles can keep this going this inning here.
Yeah, the Flying Eagles have settled down some and clawed their way back into this.
So Adam Angel, the shortstop.
Two great pitches, outside sliders by Schaefer against Angel. Remember the first inning, that's how it started, and then he came inside with a fastball, and Angel pounded it down the left field line. So hopefully he stays outside here.
Ball hit to Thomason. Thomason on to Ryland Rock, but the throw is wide, and Angel advance on the error.
Angel safe on the play.
That's going to bring up the second baseman, Cole Burkett. Burkett scored a run tonight for
the next batter.
So Burkett feints a bunt, takes a strike,
It's a strike. Runner
but does that so that
But he blocked Severio's view as a catcher, and that ball was able to kick away.
and Angel advances to second base without a throw. So they might get into some small ball here, Coach, with a 4-2 lead. And curveball in for strike two. So that may take the sacrifice away with two strikes now on Burkett. And swing and a miss, but the ball in the dirt gets by Severio, and Burkett advances to first base on the strikeout.
But the ball gets away and he's safe at first.
Tough pitch, ball's in the dirt.
Yeah, it is a tough pitch. I think it just squeezed through Severio's knee guards right there. And brings up Hartley, who hit a nice double his last at bat.
So runners at first and third, nobody out here at the top of the fourth inning for Cameron, ahead in the game 4-2. Curveball's in for strike one. Burkett's still second. That's going to put runners at second and third with Hartley at bat, the third baseman.
Flying Eagles feigning a cutoff with Brady Thomason coming across but letting the ball go through.
One knows the count, and that pitch is outside for ball 2. So Hartley way ahead in the count. Shaver gets a sign from DeStito, and here's the pitch. Ball's hitting the left field. Cooper on the run. He's going to scamper over, make the play, but not before Adam Angel's able to tag up and score the 5th run for the Cameron Dragons.
Yeah, got the out, held the runner to second. That's probably the best outcome you could ask for on that play. Nice catch by Cooper.
That's going to bring up the pitcher, Coy Angel. Runner on second base, 1 out.
The pitcher, number 23.
Coy's been hit twice this evening.
Ball's hit to center field. Bryce Bird on the run, and he makes a diving catch. Comes up and fires a strike to Braden Thomason for the double play. What a
Great
play
job,
by Bryce Bird.
Tremendous play by Bryce, and trying to see who was at second. The base runner didn't even stop. He just assumed it was going to be a hit. And he couldn't believe when he got home that the catch had been made. It's a great job by Bryce squeezing that ball and coming up throwing.
So that double play is going to go 8-6 for the final out. But not before the Cameron Dragons score 1 run on no hits. No runners left on base at the end of 3.5 innings. Cameron 5, the Flying Eagles 2, RCBSN Baseball.
The Flying Eagle Network.
Harrison County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Back at Staten Field, Flying Eagles are trailing the Cameron Dragons 5-2. Bottom of the 4th inning. It's going to bring up the designated hitter, number 3, Anthony Corsini. Corsini's been out a few games with an injury, and it's nice to see him back in the lineup, Coach.
Yeah, good to see Anthony back.
So something I didn't think I'd see. Coy starts out in the stretch. First 2 pitches, one on the outside corner for strike 1. Second pitch outside for ball 1.
I think that's just a case of him just trying to get more comfortable.
It said, the season's all practice, Coach. Everybody's going to play in a sectional.
Yeah.
And I don't think it looked to me, it looked to you that he didn't feel comfortable in the stretch, and this is just him trying to work that out.
Yeah, I would agree.
2-1's a count on Corsini. Fastball outside for ball 3.
Think they've tossed the baseball around a little bit in the Angel household?
I'd say it probably started off a tee and maybe even some wiffle ball action there once or twice.
Yeah.
And Corsini trying to talk the umpire into ball 4. So he took off up the first baseline and turned around.
I thought it was a ball 4.
Yeah. Looked like it to me. That pitch is high and away, so he wasn't doing it for show this time. He got the call, and he'll advance to first base. And again, that's what the Flying Eagles need right now, are base runners, and that's going to bring up Dior Cooper, the number 7 hitter for the Flying Eagles.
Dior walked his first at bat.
So we got Corsini, and he's got a nice lead at first base. He takes off, hitting runs on. Ball's going to be thrown to the third base side, and Corsini makes it in there without sliding. Made it maybe a hair too close than it needed to be as well.
Corsini steals a base.
Anthony keeping things lively here at Staten Field.
Not quite sure if Cooper was swinging just as protection or if it was a hit and run.
I would say it was probably a hit and run.
Cooper bunts it back to and he catches Corsini at second base as the ball's bunted straight back
Tires Corsini for the first out.
to Coil Angel. He turns around, catches Corsini in no man's land, throws it to the second baseman, Cole Burkett, and they make the tag and get the out. 1-4 if you're scoring at home.
That was a risky play by the Dragons going to second on that, but paid off for him. Keep that lead runner at bay and get him off the bag.
So Cooper on first base now. Off-speed pitch to DeStito. Inside for ball 1. Fastball fouled away.
Nice cut by Severio there. He just missed that. Ball was up a little bit. He took a nice cut at it. And it's so important when you're a freshman, when you have a guy that can throw 2 pitches, 3 pitches, jumping on those fastballs. Angel feigns a throw to first, but
he does it the way he's supposed to. He steps back off the
Yeah.
rubber. He doesn't have to throw at that point in time.
Absolutely.
And speed pitch gets away from Case and Angel, and Cooper's going to advance to second base. The Flying Eagles are really in the same situation they were earlier. Runner on second, now 1 out, though.
I think when Angels, when he drops his release point and starts throwing across his body, he's getting into trouble.
2-1's a count on DeStito. Here's the pitch. Ball's up and inside for ball 3, so Severio way ahead in the count. And again, the Flying Eagles need base runners, so I think Severio's going to be picky on what kind of pitch he's going to swing at next.
Fastball strike, Severio. That's the only pitch you're looking for.
Fastballs hit up the first base
That's
line.
going to be tough.
And the ball is dropped, and Severio advances on the air.
Castillo. Safe at first.
Great hustle by Severio. Again, for you youngsters out there, you never know what's going to happen. Scoot up that line, and now you have your team in a nice situation, ready to turn the lineup over with 1 out. And Coach Angel needs a moment with his fellows at the mound.
Well, it's a play that they made routine early in the ball game. But that's a great point, especially for young players, like you said, Coach. That's not a hard hit ball. We watch games on TV all the time, and you watch major league players jog up the first base line because those things are so routine in it, and it drives you crazy because of the love of the game you have for it, and you never cheat the game, and that's exactly what Severio didn't do right there. He didn't cheat the game,
and the fact that he went up the baseline as hard as he did put pressure on the Dragons to have to speed up a little bit, trying to make a play, and when that happens, especially at this level, it can cause some errors. So it just worked out. I'm going to be anxious to see. I guess they're courtesy running. Courtesy running for Severio, so puts runners first and third with Schaefer up, one out. I'm sure they'd like to get runner down to second here.
So Flying Eagles have runners at first and third, one out. It's going to bring up Ashton Schaefer, an opportunity to help himself out here, down 5-2. He squares around, and it's a strike, and the fastball's cut off as Cooper looks down the line, but nothing going on, so he scampers back to third base, and now the Flying Eagles have runners on second and third and one out.
A lot of times you're guessing what the play is going to be, what the defense is going to do in that situation.
So the infield comes in at first and second base, and the fastball's up high for ball one. That'll even the count on Schaefer, 1-1.
You know, you want to you'd like to see Angel, if you're the Flying Eagles, throw off speed here, because the more off speed, the more chance to kick away and get a run across. Or make a play. It bounced right back to him.
Cooper out at home.
Really is a tough situation for the Flying Eagles right there, as the pickoff from Coy. Throw to third base gets away, and Cooper takes off, but it takes a perfect carom off the third base dugout and comes directly back to Hartley. Hartley then just makes a simple play to throw to home plate.
Even if that ball kicks down towards the plate, he's still probably scoring, because that's farther the third baseman has to run to get it. He didn't have to. He took 2 steps. But, you know, Dior's not going to know that. Coach Smith isn't going to know that until it's already too late. Not sure what Coach Smith is.
There was an uproar about a fake tag on the fake throw.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, Angel did fake a throw up to third, and I got you. That makes sense.
Fake the tag. So 2 outs, now runner on third, and Schaefer swinging a miss. That's going to run the count 1-2 now on Schaefer. Ball's hit to the second baseman. Cole Burketti on to Mason DeBolt for the third out. Flying Eagles scored no runs. On no hits. One left on base at the end of 4 complete innings. Cameron 5, RCB 2, RCBSN Baseball.
The Flying Eagle Network.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Back at Staten Field, top of the 5th inning.
For the Dragons,
Leading off
number 8, Kaysen Angel.
for Cameron's going to be the catcher. Kaysen Angel, the number 5 batter. First pitch is up and away for ball 1.
Kaysen caught out on strikes his last at bat.
Schaefer's pitch is low in the dirt for ball 2.
Ashton's delivery just a little messed up right there. I think his arm was dragging a little bit by the time his foot hit down, so he's just trying to get his timing back.
So he takes a couple minutes, fixes the mound, and gathers his thoughts, and pitch is blown away for ball 3. And that's just what the Flying Eagles don't need now. The base runners against them on easy passes. So hopefully Ashton can buckle down here and get back in this at bat. Here's the windup and the pitch. That ball's inside for ball 4.
Base on.
That's going to bring up the center fielder, Shane Ball.
Ball also struck out looking his last at bat.
Number 13, Bo O'Neill enters the game.
So Bo O'Neill, number 13, is going to be a courtesy runner for Kaysen Angel.
Nice block by Severio behind the plate. Kept that ball in front of him.
Pitch was in the dirt, and he slides over like a hockey goalie and kick saves it away, keeps it in front of him, and the runner can't advance. Fastball pretty close right there.
I thought he was going to get that one.
Hey, you know, what happens is Severio set it up on the outside part of the plate. The pitch was over the inside part of the plate. And it looks like a ball. I don't think it was a ball. It just it appears like it's a ball.
And you know that's exactly what. And I've never umped. I know you have, but I've heard that's what happens is when a catcher sets up a certain direction, depending on how far he has to move his glove to get the pitch, that sometimes determines a ball or strike.
No, you've got to call it. You got to call it where the ball is, and even if that happens in that situation, that's still a strike.
Ashton tried to get him to chase that outside slider.
Runs count 3-1 on the center fielder from Cameron. Comes a 3-1 pitch. And the ball's hit on the bat for foul. It's a foul ball, and that'll
Foul ball.
run the count full. If you're not getting the call, coach, just hit the bat.
Just
Don't worry about it.
Aim for the bat.
Aim for the bat, and that's what he did there. It was almost a fair ball.
Coach Angel's a little confused. He thought it might have hit the batter, but no, it did hit the bat.
And over my years of being around baseball, I've seen that happen before where the ball's been hit like that into fair territory. And swing and a miss. First base is occupied. So Shane Ball's going to strike out there, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Mason DeBolt.
And that's a good job by Severio. Again, keeping that ball in, keeping the runner at first.
Baseman number 2, Mason DeBolt.
Yeah, on swinging, on drop third strikes, unless there's 2 outs, that first base is occupied. There's no play.
So that's a first out for the Flying Eagles. Off-speed pitch in the dirt for ball 1 on DeBolt.
DeBolt struck out looking his last at bat.
Fastball on the outside corner And for strike one, that'll even the count on the ball 1-1. Runner on first. O'Neal has a short lead. Curveball right on the outside corner for strike two. And that buckled the knees of DeBolt.
Nice pitch by Ashton. Now I've been impressed with how Ashton's battled back, especially after that rough first inning. And a lot of that wasn't his fault. He just didn't have the plays behind him, so he's done a great job digging in and battling.
Heading to count 1-2, and the curveball's hit up in the air. Nick George is running. Here comes Braden Thomason on the run, and the ball falls into fair territory for a base hit. Tough play for Thomason as the ball's hitting the Bermuda Triangle, as we call it, Coach. And
I mean, it's just hurt in the toughest place to make a play, I think, on the field. And there's no way Nick was going to be able to turn around and get that angle. And Bray valiantly made a play on it, but
Stepping into the batter's box, the designated
that's a tough
so that's
play.
going to drop as a base hit, and that's going to put 2 on with 1 out here in the top of the 5th for the Dragons from Cameron. And curveball just misses for ball 1 on Hunter Evans, the DH, who did a little dipsy-do in the box and got the call because of it.
Squared away. Looked like he was
Squared away, got really low when the pitch came and confused the umpire's strike zone. Ball's bunted up the third base line. Schaefer picks it up, and he'll throw on to first base as he throws a strike to Chandler Walls for out number 2.
that was a great job getting that out.
Second and third, but with 2 out, it brings up the left fielder.
So that out, if you're scoring at home, will go 1-4 on the sacrifice from Hunter Evans as the runners advance to second and third, but there are now 2 outs, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Wes Starcher.
Starcher struck out his last at bat.
Curveball in the middle for strike 1.
If you remember, going through the end of this lineup the last time, Schaefer's had his curveball working, and he hit a stretch of, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, struck out 4 of the 5 batters. So,
And he comes in. Schaefer throws a strike again.
that was a 12-6 variety, Coach.
Way ahead in the count here. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners on second and third. He gets a sign from DeStito. Here's the pitch. That pitch is outside. He did a nice job of sitting up outside, throw the breaking ball away, and try to get a chase. They didn't get it, but it was a great pitch, 0-2. So now the count's 1-2 on Starcher. Schaefer gets a sign from DeStito. Here's the pitch. And the ball's in the dirt. Good stop by DeStito to prevent a runner from scoring.
You know, Schaefer throws a lot of pitches off the plate, a lot of sliders, curveballs, and really great job by Severio keeping the ball in front of him this evening.
Schaefer gets a sign. 2-2, 2 runners on. And Starcher wants to slow Schaefer down. He calls timeout, hops out of the box, hops back in, and we're back to the 2-2 count. Curveball, swing and a miss. And Ashton Schaefer closes the door on the rally with a strikeout.
Do not score.
So they go no runs on 1 hit. 1 error, 2 runners left on base, and at the end of 4.5 innings, Cameron 5, RCB 2, RCBSN Baseball.
The Flying Eagle Network.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Back at Staten Field,
12, Braden Thomason.
Flying Eagles trailing Cameron 5-2, but they have the top of the lineup this inning. The first pitch by Coy Angels in the dirt. Thomason had to count. 1 ball, no strikes.
Braden walked and scored his last at bat.
Fastball's fouled away, and that'll even the count on Thomason. 1-1.
Again, opportunity for Flying Eagles to get guys on base, kind of utilize that base running ability they have. Oh.
Pitch is called for a strike. That'll be run to count 1-2 on Thomason. Fastball hit right back up the middle. Comes the second baseman, Burkett.
Nice play.
And he throws a strike to the bolt and just gets Thomason at first for out number 1. Play will go 4-3 for the first out of the 5th inning.
He was moving to his right, had to really plant that foot and come up firing because Bray was scooting up the line. Bang, bang play, they get it.
Ball made a nice, he did get a nice hop there to be able to make that play. Fastball by Coy Angels, swinging a miss by Bryce Bird. And he comes back with a fastball again. Bird just misses it. And now he's in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. And that fastball is hit foul and away. So Bryce does a nice job staying alive.
First time this evening, Angels, I think he's thrown 3 straight fastballs.
Well, he's went back to the full windup, if you noticed this inning as well. And that
4
fastball's up and away, fouled away.
Bryce just missed the last 2. You're right. He's back in the windup. He shook him off twice.
Here comes the pitch. Pitch is outside, and we're going to count 1-2 on Bryce Bird. So the count is 2-2. A little discrepancy on whether there could have been an appeal on that.
Yeah. Coach Smith voicing his opinion, and it appears the officials agree.
So 2-2 is the count. Now Bryce Bird as he's battling this at bat against Coy Angel. And he hits a shot
that one
into left field. And a nice play by Shane Ball as he gets into left center and makes the play.
Center field for the second out of the inning.
Play will go F8 for the second out of the inning.
Next batter for the Flying Eagles, the first baseman.
It's going to bring up Rylan Rock, the first baseman. Rylan's had a base hit and a sacrifice fly today's contest. Fastballs fouled hard down the first base line. Foul.
Yeah, productive evening at the plate for Ryland. He's gotten behind in the count both at bats, so maybe he can get him a fastball here earlier in the count and get a nice cut at it.
And I never picked up on this till now, but you notice how light Coy Angel's baseball mitt is? Second pitch on the outside corner for strike two.
I never picked up on that.
And that's an advantage as well if you come from that windup with that light-colored mitt. And he catches Rock with a fastball on the outside corner for strike three, and the Flying Eagles go in order and go quietly. No runs on no hits. Nobody left on base at the end of 5 complete innings. Cameron, 5. Robert C. Byrd, 2. RCBSN Baseball.
The Flying Eagle Network.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Back at Staten Field, Flying Eagles are trailing Cameron 5-2. Top of the 6th inning.
Top of the 6th. Leading off the shortstop, number 3, Adam Angel.
So we're back at the top of the lineup. And the shortstop, Adam Angel, up to bat. Logan Frum now on the hill for the Flying Eagles.
Angel got on an error his last at bat.
First pitch is inside from Frum for ball 1. He's in the windup, and the pitch on the outside corner.
Frum on the hill for the Flying Eagles.
For strike 1, that'll even the count on Angel, 1-1. Stito gives a sign to Frum, and here's the pitch. Fastball fouled away for strike 2.
A little bit different delivery than Schaefer has. Logan comes really completely over the top.
Which really increases that angle with a fastball. And He's called
Call him
out for
out.
strike 3.
That's going to cause a ruckus. The Dragons are arguing that they were told they couldn't check on the last swing when they were in the field.
And I think the coach has been ejected, Coach.
I think he has too.
So Adam Angel called out on an appeal for the first baseman. That'll be the first out.
Actually, I don't think he is. I think he's still out there. I saw him go to his book, and I kind of thought the same thing, but I think Coach Angel just wanted to get his point across, and must have been enough for him, and he goes back to his spot as a third base coach. I'm not sure what.
It was the motion of the umpire that.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that.
And normally, when you see him pull the book out, and he's still writing. See no sign yet as to what's happening. Official's putting his book away. Looks like we're going to resume with Burkett. I don't know, memoir, maybe working on the memoirs.
Fastball high and inside on the second baseman, Cole Burkett. And it may have been a player ejection. That's the other thing it could have been as well. We don't know what was said down there, Coach. So that could be it as well. That's pretty critical if that happens as well.
Well, I saw him kind of usher a player back. I'm guessing that was Adam, maybe, that he ushered back into the dugout. But
that runs the count 2-1.
We'll see next inning.
And Burkett attempts at that pitch from, and that'll even the count 2-2. So that'll set somebody for 10% of their season once you're ejected in high school.
That's a bad time to get it this time of the year.
Fastball low and away. And that's going to run the count full on the second baseman, Cole Burkett.
Don't you normally, though, see a motion? I'm not saying it has to be over the top, but every time I've seen an ejection in the sport, it's been a hand motion accompanying it. But I could be wrong. He was jotting something down, so.
That pitch is low and away for ball 4.
Ball 4.
So Burkett draws the walk. So advance to first. On the base on balls, it's going to bring up the number 3 hitter, Lance Hartley, the third baseman. Frum's in the stretch. Takes a peek at Burkett at first base. Gets a sign from DeStito. And here's the pitch. And pitch is on the inside corner, foul down the third base line, foul for strike 1.
Well, we'll see if
curveball hit high in the air to center field. Bryce Bird comes over. He'll make the catch and throw it in immediately to cutoff man Thomason. And on to Walls at second base for out number 2.
Brings up the pitcher, number 23, Coy Angel.
looks like Frum's going to more of a slide step on his delivery out of the stretch. Usually that keeps the runner a little bit at bay.
So George up on the grass at third base. Thomason playing up the middle along with Walls at second base. As Frum steps off and feints a throw to first base, but he does it properly, so no balk called. And he'll make a pickoff attempt at first base.
And anytime this happens in a high school game, especially if it's a pickoff a couple times in a row, you get a little back and forth between the dugouts. And
Pitch is high, and
I think
Destito throws just left of the bag. Close play at second base, but Burkett slides in there to second base, and that's going to put a runner in scoring position for the Dragons from Cameron.
Yeah, he came out clean just on the other side of the bag. If that's on the right side, he probably has him. Huge lead at second.
Fastball fouled away. That makes the count 1-2 on Coy Angel, the pitcher.
Flying Eagles putting shortstop Thomason toward the bag. Banking on Angel not being able to, or not pulling this pitch, shooting it to the right side.
And Frum disengages with the pitching rubber and turns to second base, gets Burkett to.
This time he's gone.
And Frum made a nice throw, nice tag, but Burkett just slides in.
They timed it good. Burkett's right back out there.
Off-speed pitch low in the dirt. That'll even the count. Actually, take the count to 2-1. Ball's hit to right field. Carvelli's coming in. And he makes the play for out number 3. As Cameron goes, no runs on, no hits, nobody left on base. One runner left on base at the end of 5.5. Cameron 5, RCB 2, RCBSN Baseball.
The Flying Eagle Network.
Harrison County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
So we did have an ejection there at the half inning, and the shortstop for Cameron is ejected. So we've got some changes in the field for Cameron. Coy Angel on the mound. First pitch strike to Nick George. Second pitch is low and away for ball one. That'll even count on Nick George 1-1.
That was a good pickup by you. I didn't see the ump make the motion for the ejection. I just saw him writing. That's indeed what's happened. So that probably means the next 3 games, unfortunately.
And you hate that. You hate to have someone lose their composure, and obviously it was something that was said. Used an incorrect language, on the field.
Yeah. Oh, learning opportunity.
George, behind the count 1-2, takes a curveball and smacks it down the in left field foul territory off the dugout.
That time he tried to front door Nick with that curveball, and Nick fought it off. Might see another curveball here. Came with the fastball.
That fastball was on the outside corner, and I don't think Nick agreed. I think, again, on him, I think that ball's just a little low. If you're in the hole 1-2, you got to try to stay alive. And first out for the Flying Eagles. And Carvelli gets hit, it looked like.
I think that was just – no, I don't think it hit him.
Okay. Deflected off the
I think it was the
catcher's mitt.
Guarantee you Carvelli gives a little more space inside, though.
Swing and a miss for strike one. That'll even up the count on Xavier Carvelli. 1-1. Carvelli's going to hit that pitch high and away for strike two.
And, boy, Angel is really increasing his pitching pace here.
So 1-2 is the count on Carvelli. And he catches him looking on the outside corner for strike three. So Coy Angel aggressive as he struck out the first two batters. Here in the bottom of the sixth with the Flying Eagles down 5-2.
Well, he senses an opportunity here to kind of put the Flying Eagles away, so he's coming out giving his best stuff.
First pitch is fouled away for strike one. Also, with the situation that occurred, he knows that his starting shortstop's now at short, not at short.
Sure.
And you could tell he's picked up his intensity. So that pitch is low and in the dirt to even the count 1-1 on Corsini. And that pitch is fouled away for strike two. And that pitch fooled just about everybody, including the catcher right there. I think he got switched up right there.
I think they got their signals mixed up.
As he was looking for a fastball, and the curveball came. And
good news is they can talk about it over dinner tonight.
And that pitch is low and in the dirt for ball three. That's going to work to run the count 3-2. And Flying Eagles desperately need a base runner. So. And Corsini's caught looking as Coy Angel strikes out the side, all looking. And they go 3 up, 3 down So after 6 complete innings, Cameron 5, RCB 2, RCBSN Baseball.
Flying Eagle Network.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
I got to figure this out here, Coach. Got a bunch of changes here,
Right in the hole.
and Case and Angel leads off with a base hit.
Short and third. Here in the top of the 7th.
That's going to bring up Shane Ball.
Fielder number 10, Shane Ball.
Fastball swing and a miss by Ball. Logan Frum ahead in the count 1-0, or 0-1, excuse me. Ball's hit high in the air to right field, and Xavier Carvelli moves over 3 or 4 steps and makes the play for out number 1.
First out of the inning.
That play will go F9 if you're scoring at home.
Number 2, Mason DeBolt.
So that's going to bring up the first baseman, Mason DeBolt. And now they've got the runner on the run down, and Case and Angels in a pickle. And he slides down, and the tag is made for out number 2.
Who made that tag? Couldn't tell. In case someone's scoring at home. Good job on the rundown by the Flying Eagles.
Well, they did a good job because they were running back towards first base once they got him pinned on that side. And
that's the key. If you're going to throw it early in the rundown, you want to throw it early when he's going away from his bag.
Yep.
So they did a good job there.
Counts 2 balls, no strikes on the Bolt. Pitches up high. Run to count 3-1. From working fast. Gets the sign from Testito. 3-1's the count. Actually, he's going to step off and go to the stretch. Fastball on the outside corner, swing and a miss. And now to run the count full, 3-2.
Nice pitch by Logan. Nice to see him buckle down here and go after the bolt.
And that
Yeah,
fastball
nice
on the
pitch.
inside corner catches the bolt looking for out number 3 as Cameron goes quietly in the top half of the 7th inning. No runs on no hits. Nobody left on base at the end of 6.5 innings. Cameron 5, RCB 2, RCBSN Baseball.
The Flying Eagle Network.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
All right, back here at Staten Field, bottom of the 7th. Flying Eagles are trailing the Cameron Dragons 5-2. Need to get a rally going. There's been a pitching change for Cameron as they brought in the third baseman, Lance Hartley. And Coy Angels moved to first, and Mason Bolt has moved to third base. So here's Hartley. Hard-throwing right-hander, and his first pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Cool night here at Staten Field as the sun's starting to slip behind the trees. And that second pitch is low and outside again for ball 2.
Flying Eagles can get some runners on here. They're definitely within reach here.
So 2 balls, no strikes on Cooper. And fastballs up high for ball 3.
Commotion going on in the Flying Eagle dugout. They sense an opportunity here to get a little rally.
And Hartley's fastball right down the middle for strike 1 on Coop. Cooper hits the ball to the shortstop. And Burkett on to the Coy Angel, 6-3 for the first out of the 7th inning. That's going to bring up the catcher, Severio Destito. Fastball high and inside, swing and a miss for strike 1. And Hartley paints the outside corner with a strike on it to run the count 0-2 on Severio. Fastball's fouled away. Flying Eagle dugout. Hartley looks like another pitcher that likes to work fast.
Yeah, seems to be a common theme.
Breaking ball alone away for ball one.
Good job by Severio hanging in there. He's had a good night behind the plate. He's done a good job controlling the pitchers.
And fastball, swing and a miss for strike three. And that'll be the second out. The Flying Eagles running out of outs here in the bottom of the seventh. It's going to bring up Logan Fromm. Try to keep the Flying Eagles alive. Fastball's outside for ball one. Pitch is low and inside for ball two. Fastball up high for ball three.
Here's the deal. If Rum gets on, they'll use a courtesy runner for him. And they're at the top of the order.
Fastball on the inside corner for strike one by Hartley. Fastball on the outside corner for strike two, and that'll run the count 4-1 from. Here's the payoff pitch. Fastball's hit up first base line. Coy. Angel on to Lance Hartley for the out. 3-1, and that'll win the ball game as Cameron beat the Flying Eagles 5-2. Coach, what's your post-game comments?
Well, it was a disastrous first inning for the Flying Eagles, allowing 4 runs. And, again, most of those were unearned on Schaefer, just self-inflicted wounds. And then today at the plate, they couldn't get anything going, couldn't get any consistency getting runners on. And I thought it was an admirable job by Schaefer and Fromm with their pitching performances this evening. But, again, it's tough. When you only score two runs, it's tough to get anything going. Absolutely.
And you hit the nail on the head. The Flying Eagles, when you look at the scoreboard, and I just, looked up at it and see the 7 errors, that's going to cost you in a close ball game. And there's two good baseball teams playing today. But the difference was, just like at the end of the game, the execution right there on the hit where the first baseman picks it up, the pitcher's right there where he's supposed to be, and he makes the play. And again, it's not that Cameron out-hit the Flying Eagles today. They just were able to
out-executed them.
Yeah, out-executed them and absolutely scored runs because they were given extra outs. And that's something that the Flying Eagles will get cleaned up.
Yeah, you hope, again, this part of the season, you want to try to get those things cleaned up, and I'm sure Coach is going to get his troops together and try to, work on that maybe in the off days. But, again, this time of the year, sometimes you're playing every day. You don't get a chance to get back in the lab like you want to. So we'll see if they can build on this as a learning experience.
So final score here at Staten Field, the Cameron Dragons 5, the Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles 2. For Ryan Lance, I'm Basil Lucas. We'll be back here at Staten Field when the Flying Eagles take on the Bridgeport Indians on Thursday. RCBSN Baseball.
The Flying Eagle Network.